Imagine an island so beautiful that at first glance it feels unreal. White beaches stretch into turquoise water. Palm trees sway in warm ocean wind. Mountains rise in the distance, covered in green jungle. Coral reefs glow beneath crystal waves. It looks like paradise, a perfect escape from the world. But beneath this peaceful surface lies a story of fire, ancient volcanoes, lost animals, underwater illusions, and mysteries that scientists are still trying to understand. This is Mauritius, an island that appears gentle and welcoming, yet hides secrets far older and deeper than anyone expects. Mauritius is located in the Indian Ocean, about 2,000 kilometers off the southeast coast of Africa. It sits alone in the vast ocean, isolated from continents and other large islands. This isolation shaped everything about Mauritius: its nature, its animals, its climate, its history. When you look at Mauritius on a map, it seems small and insignificant, but when you understand its story, it becomes one of the most fascinating places on Earth. To understand Mauritius, we must go back millions of years. The island did not always exist. In fact, it rose from the ocean floor through violent volcanic activity. Beneath the Indian Ocean, deep within the Earth's mantle, hot magma pushed upward. Over time, massive underwater eruptions built a mountain from the seafloor. Layer by layer, lava cooled and hardened. Eventually, the mountain grew tall enough to break the ocean's surface. Mauritius was born as a volcanic island. This happened roughly 8 million years ago. Compared to continents, Mauritius is extremely young. The island's shape today tells its volcanic story. In the center, steep mountains rise sharply. These are the remnants of ancient volcanic cones. Surrounding them are flat plateaus formed by flowing lava. Along the coast, coral reefs grew over thousands of years, creating natural barriers that protect beaches from strong ocean waves. Everything on Mauritius is connected to its volcanic origin. The soil is rich, the land is fertile, the mountains hold hidden caves, and deep below the island, the volcanic roots remain. But Mauritius was never connected to any continent. From the moment it rose above the ocean, it was alone. No land bridges, no neighboring islands. This isolation created a unique world. Animals and plants that somehow arrived on Mauritius evolved without predators. Birds lost the ability to fly. Giant tortoises grew slow and heavy. Forest grew dense and untouched. The most famous of these creatures was the dodo bird. It lived peacefully on Mauritius for thousands of years. It had no fear of humans. And when humans arrived, that trust became its downfall. But long before humans came, Mauritius developed another secret. A secret hidden not on land, but beneath the ocean surface. Off the southwest coast of the island lies an underwater illusion known as the underwater waterfall. From above, it looks as if a giant waterfall plunges into the depths of the ocean. A massive stream of water appears to fall endlessly into a dark abyss. But this is not real water falling. It is a visual trick created by sand and silt flowing along ocean currents. Over a steep drop in the seafloor, the effect is breathtaking. A waterfall in the ocean, a sight so strange that many believe Mauritius hides a true underwater abyss. But scientists know it is an illusion. Still, the image fuels the idea that Mauritius hides mysteries below its calm surface. The climate of Mauritius is tropical, warm temperatures year-round, gentle trade winds, seasonal rains that feed rivers and waterfalls. The mountains trap clouds, creating lush forest in the interior. Waterfalls pour from cliffs into emerald pools. The island feels alive with water, light, and greenery. But nature here is fragile. Because Mauritius evolved in isolation, its ecosystem is delicate. Introduced species can destroy it, and humans have already caused irreversible damage. When Portuguese sailors first discovered Mauritius in the 16th century, the island had no permanent human population. It was untouched, a pure ecosystem. Later, Dutch settlers arrived. They hunted animals, cut forests, introduced pigs, rats, and monkeys. These animals ate bird eggs and destroyed nests. The dodo became extinct. Giant tortoises vanished. Forests shrank. When the French and later the British controlled the island, sugar plantations replaced natural habitats. Mauritius changed forever. Today, Mauritius is known as a luxury travel destination. Tourists come for beaches, resorts, and calm lagoons. But very few visitors realize that Mauritius is also a scientific hotspot. Geologists study its volcanic formations. Biologists study surviving endemic species. Oceanographers study its coral reefs. And climatologists study how rising sea levels may threaten its future. One of the most fascinating geological features of Mauritius is the 7 colored Earths of Chamorro. In one small area, the soil displays layers of red, brown, purple, yellow, and blue-gray. These colors come from different mineral compositions formed during volcanic cooling. Rain does not mix the layers. The colors remain separate. It is a geological puzzle that attracts scientists and tourists alike. Nearby stands the Chamorro waterfall. Water drops from a high cliff into a gorge surrounded by forest. The cliff is volcanic rock. The water is pure mountain runoff. This is the heartbeat of Mauritius' interior. But beneath these peaceful scenes, scientists have discovered something else. A massive underground aquifer system. Water trapped within the volcanic rock feeds springs and rivers. Without this hidden water, Mauritius could not sustain its population or agriculture. Paradise depends on invisible forces. Another secret lies beneath the ocean again. Geologists have discovered that Mauritius is part of a larger submerged continent. Millions of years ago, a landmass called Mauritia existed between India and Madagascar. Over time, tectonic plates moved. Mauritia sank beneath the ocean. Only fragments remain above water. Mauritius is one of these fragments. This means Mauritius is not just an island. It is the tip of a drowned continent, a lost land hidden under kilometers of water. Scientists found evidence of this through ancient sunken crystals embedded in Mauritian sand. These crystals are billions of years old, far older than the island itself. They came from the sunken continent below. This discovery changed how we see Mauritius. It is not only a paradise island, it is a window into Earth's geological history, a place where continents break, sink, and vanish, a reminder that Earth's surface is never permanent. But Mauritius is also facing modern dangers. Climate change threatens coral reefs. Rising sea levels threaten coastal villages. Stronger cyclones threaten infrastructure. The very beauty that attracts tourists is under risk. Conservationists work to protect forests. Scientists breed endangered species. Marine biologists restore coral. The fight to preserve Mauritius is a race against time. Can people visit Mauritius? Yes. It is open to travelers from around the world. Luxury resorts line the coast. Roads reach mountain viewpoints. Boats travel to lagoons. But tourism brings pressure. More hotels mean more waste. More people mean more pollution. The challenge is to balance economic growth with environmental protection today. Mauritius stands as a paradox, a place of stunning beauty and deep hidden history. A tropical paradise with scars of extinction, a peaceful island born from violent volcanoes. Modern tourist destination sitting on top of a lost continent. And this is only part of its story. The story of how Mauritius was born is the story of what Mauritius hides today. Because beyond beaches and waterfalls, beyond coral reefs and volcanoes, this island is also a living laboratory. A place where scientists study evolution in real time. A place where history, nature, and the future collide. Deep inside the remaining forest of Mauritius, rare species still survive. Birds found nowhere else on Earth. Plants that evolved in total isolation. One of the most famous conservation success stories is the Mauritius kestrel. In the 1970s, only 4 individuals remained in the wild. It was the rarest bird on the planet. Through years of careful breeding and protection, the population recovered. Today, hundreds live again in Mauritian forest. This proved that extinction is not always final. If humans choose to repair the damage they caused. Another survivor is the pink pigeon, once nearly extinct. It now lives in protected areas. The echo parakeet, the Mauritius olive white-eye, each of these birds represents millions of years of unique evolution. If lost, they cannot be replaced. They are living treasures of the island. But conservation is a constant battle. Invasive species remain the biggest threat. Rats climb trees and eat eggs. Monkeys steal food and destroy nests. Plants brought from other continents grow faster than native trees and push them out. To protect endemic species, conservationists fence forest areas. They remove invasive plants by hand. They control predators. Mauritius has become one of the world's most active islands for ecological restoration. Yet the most mysterious part of Mauritius still lies offshore. The ocean around the island is shallow near the coast, forming bright turquoise lagoons. But beyond the reefs, the seafloor drops steeply. There, in the deep Indian Ocean, lie remains of the lost continent Mauritia. Geological surveys show that this sunken landmass stretches thousands of kilometers under the ocean. Mauritius and nearby islands like Reunion are simply the visible peaks of this submerged continent. This means that beneath the waves, mountains, valleys, and plateaus exist in darkness. Rock samples from the ocean floor contain minerals that match continental crust, not oceanic crust. This confirmed that Mauritia was once above water. It was part of an ancient land that broke apart when India drifted away from Madagascar. Over time, Mauritia sank. Only a few fragments stayed above sea level. Mauritius is one of them. This discovery changed how geologists understand continental movement. It proved that continents do not just break apart, pieces can be lost entirely under the sea. Mauritius is evidence of Earth's restless surface, a reminder that land is temporary. Another phenomenon that fascinates scientists is the island's underground lava tubes. When the volcanoes were active, lava flowed across the surface. as the outer layer cooled. Molten lava continued inside, creating tunnels. When eruptions stopped, these tunnels remain empty. Today, explorers can enter some of these lava caves. Inside, the air is cool and still. Walls are smooth, shaped by flowing fire millions of years ago. Some caves hold underground water pools. Others shelter rare bats. Few tourists ever see them, but they form a hidden world beneath the island. Then there is the ocean life. Coral reefs around Mauritia support thousands of species. Fish, turtles, rays, dolphins. These reefs protect the coast from waves. They feed local fishermen. They attract divers from around the world. The rising sea temperatures cause coral bleaching. If water becomes too warm, corals die. Scientists monitor reef health constantly. Marine protected areas were created. Fishing zones were restricted. The survival of reefs is essential not only for nature, but for the economy. Climate change is the greatest future threat. Mauritius lies in the path of tropical cyclones. As the ocean warms, storms become stronger. Floods threaten cities. Coastal erosion eats away beaches. Rising sea levels push salt water into freshwater supplies. What today looks like paradise could face severe challenges within decades. Government and scientists work together to prepare, building seawalls, protecting wetlands, replanting mangroves to absorb storm waves. But Mauritius is not only nature and science, it is also human history. People from Africa, India, Europe, and China came here over centuries. Slaves, traders, settlers, workers. Today, Mauritius is one of the most multicultural societies in the world. Temples, churches, mosques, and pagodas stand within kilometers of each other. Languages mix, traditions blend. Food combines spices from many continents. This cultural richness is another hidden treasure of the island. Visitors who come only for beaches often leave without realizing they stood on a fragment of a lost continent. They walked on volcanic rock born from fire. They swam above underwater mountains. They breathe air shaped by trade winds that traveled thousands of kilometers. Mauritius quietly holds stories of geology, evolution, extinction, and survival. Can you visit Mauritius? Absolutely. But the true experience is not just lying on the sand. It is hiking into the black river gorges. It is standing at Chamaral's colored earth. It is looking at the underwater waterfall from above. It is entering a lava cave. It is learning about the dodo. It is understanding that this small island carries the weight of immense planetary history. What do scientists know today? They know Mauritius is geologically young yet sits on ancient crust. They know its ecosystems are fragile but recoverable. They know conservation works when effort is consistent. They know climate change is real and already affecting the island. And they know that Mauritius is a rare natural laboratory where Earth as past and future can both be studied. In the end, Mauritius is more than a tourist destination. It is a living lesson, a paradise that was born from fire, a sanctuary that faced destruction, a survivor of both natural forces and human mistakes, and a reminder that even the smallest island can hold secrets of an entire planet.